How's it going, guys? Chief Ed here. Welcome to another Clash of Clans raids video where I should have probably collected this before I started recording, but I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. It only takes a couple seconds for me to be able to do that. Really, I'm just gonna look for some loot in this video. There's not a whole ton of loot right in the middle of the day. It's like 6 o'clock right now, and there's just not. Ooh, excuse me. There's just not a whole lot for me to be able to get. And I'm just using this kind of basic farming strategy. I'm not going to be using anything too crazy. I think I want to have one heal spell still trained, but then I'm just going to be using my heroes and no clan castle troops because I'm not in a clan if you haven't noticed. But here's what I'm going to be using, and it's a pretty basic thing. I kind of use I call it a 1-2-3 strategy. And you just put down 3 barbarians, 3 goblins, and then 3 archers. And I'll show you what I do in this first raid, and let's get on to it. Alright, so here we go. There's a pretty good amount of loot here, but it's within the walls, and I really don't have enough troops to go all around and get every single little bit of the loot from the collectors. So I really just have to kind of pick it off as we go. So, and that expo is definitely going to be a problem if I try to put giants down, which I don't know if I'm going to put a whole ton because the defenses are on the outside, but I guess that kind of means I should do it a little more. But let's go ahead and put a giant down here to distract that wizard tower, put down some archers and barbarians, and really I just kind of got demolished right away. So let's go ahead and put down a wall breaker. Our wall breaker gets destroyed, put down another one, then it gets through, and then we put down some more goblins and a couple archers just to clean up that last collector, which we still don't do it. And I put down a goblin, didn't work. I put down a couple of barbarians and then an archer, still didn't work. So I just said forget about it, nah, whatever, I don't really care about that. So I put down 2 and I accidentally put down another for some reason and it got destroyed. So we're down another wall breaker, but I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of spam my troops in on this raid. Really the next raid's where I really should use my 1-2-3 strategy if I can find a base that has a bunch of different collectors outside of the base instead of on the inside, because that's really when it works best. I kind of got annoyed with my goblins right here because they kept going to that dark elixir collector, and I really did not want that. I really didn't. But so I'm just trying to get my barbarians in there, so I just dropped my barbarian king down right about now. Yeah, there we go. But so yeah, I'm just trying to work my way around this base, and my king's tanking a lot of the damage right now. There's so many defenses right there, and I just barely catch him before he dies, and I realized that he had like no health left. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down a bunch of my goblins, see if they can get through that wall, which they can't because there's a wizard tower there. But then I put down my giant, hopefully that wizard tower will be distracted on him, put my queen down, and then I just get some extra percentage points. I don't know why, but it's really just to get those buildings out of the way and try to get some more gold. And I put down a heal spell there just to get that extra, what, maybe 100,000, close to 100,000 gold in both of those collectors. So that really will wrap it up for this raid. We can't do a whole lot more. Kind of stinks. I'll let the archers pick off on that gold for a little bit more, and then I'll just end it there. But yeah, minus 18 trophies doesn't really matter, but let's get to the next raid. Alright, so this one, there's more collectors on the outside of the base where I can use my little 1-2-3 kind of strategy that I use. And there's a lot of dark elixir in there too. There's a lot of pumps with dark elixir in them, so that'll definitely be pretty helpful throughout this raid. So I put down 3 barbarians, 3 goblins, and then 3 archers, and it does pretty well. It does pretty well unless there's like a wizard tower right there. Then it just completely wrecks every troop there. Or an archer queen. An archer queen is definitely really bad against this strategy. But if you really want to use a low amount of troops and the collectors are on the outside, this is a really good strategy to use just because it's just enough troops. Like if I tried a 2-2-2 kind of thing, but it just doesn't work. But three of each just works perfectly, and I barely used any of my giants until I think it was like the end of the raid that I actually used them. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take out this town hall just to keep my trophy level up. I don't really want to go too low. I'm not really doing a whole good job of staying up in staying down in trophies. I have literally won all of my defenses on I've won almost all my defenses. The only ones that I lose are like against max Town Hall 10s. It's crazy. I absolutely hate it because I steal all my loot, but everyone else just completely gets trolled in the Gold League, and it's hilarious. I'll show a defense later on, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this Dark Elixir because there seems to be quite a bit in here. So I'm gonna distract with those giants, and that Expo will be doing work on them. But we're gonna go ahead and drop down like most of our troops, almost I think it's all of our troops back down, and just to get the rest of this Dark Elixir, drop down the rest of our giants, and hopefully they'll be able to tank enough damage for me to be able to get all this Dark Elixir. And we didn't really get all of it, I mean obviously, because there's a bunch in the middle of the base and there's no way we could be able to get in there. So I just kind of dropped the rest of my troops down here to get the rest of that little bit of gold. And that'll really wrap it up for this raid. I'm going to save those 5 wall breakers for another time. So I guess I'll just end the battle here, and we'll go straight on to my defense. So, alright. Now let's go on to here, and press replay. There we go. And here, this is what I thought was funny about this, was that he used 10 dragons, and he barely got my Town Hall. So he's going on and just putting 5 dragons down, hoping it'll do something, puts down a rage spell, and his dragons just go all over the place because there's so many different things. There's all those, since he put the archer down, or a couple archers, I don't even know how many he put down. He put a couple of them down, and it brought out the little skeleton traps, so the dragons are going after them, trying to take them out, and they get all taken out, and nothing's touched. He has 7% right now. He drops down 5 more, and puts down another rage spell, and he barely gets the Town Hall. I mean, there's just there's no way that he could have done that without the rage spell. If he didn't have a rage spell, he probably would not have won this raid. And he's probably thinking, wow, I should have gotten a lot more loot than that. He only got 77,000 gold, and yeah, he barely took out my king. I wish he didn't, because I got on and I raided right after, and I did a terrible raid. But I guess it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that'll end this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me go back to base real quick. And oh, I heard a little click. I was clicking my mouse. Collect this Dark Elixir real quick. Yeah, 14,600 Dark Elixir. Only a couple thousand more until I get to get my queen upgraded with the level 2. Yep, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.